Listen. Yeah. Yes, God. Oh. Get that out of there.
You're like, what is going on? Maddie's blue. I'm blue. Da ba dee da boo da. Da ba dee da boo doo. The other letters that start with D and words that start with D that didn't make sense what I said before. Good morning. Hi, good morning, good afternoon. I don't know what time it is wherever you're at, but listen, it's your boy Matty Rants, and we're about to talk about Drag Race Brazil today. Drag Race Brazil. I'm behind on the episodes, which that's a full apology coming from me because I had my birthday this past week. A lot of stuff was happening at the same time. The stress was, it's real. It was real. So for me, and I just want this light to be right here. I can't do my normal lighting today, and I'm a little bit upset. But Mamu-chan runs my house. That's my cat. And he wants the window blinds open today, so I can't do the blue lighting because it's just going to be everyone can just see in here. So we're going to do like a little blue light situation. I might change it. Actually, let's see if something's better. Not yellow. This is jaundice. Maybe. Not enough. Oh, it's changing colors. I don't want to look weird at sometimes. Red. We'll keep this. We'll keep this. Yeah, like today this morning was my favorite time of the day because that's when Mamu-chan is at his sweetest, as well as in the evening time before bed because he knows it's time for bed and it's time for cuddles. But yes, we're talking about Drag Race Brazil. We have Atlantic Mermaids, kids. That's this episode's what's called. The queens have a reading challenge. And then they were asked to make outfits based off of Atlantic Mermaids, get creative with it from unconventional materials. We'll see those materials as well as the fabrics that are provided. They said scattered all over the workroom here. There's a little bit of drama, but not too much. And to be honest, this was a really good episode. I really enjoyed this. I'm sad I didn't get to see this when it aired. And for episode 5, for those of you who are like, Maddie, what are you going to do with episode 5? How's this going to roll? I'm going to actually... I'm so tired, but it's like, whatever. I got to work. I got to make sure YouTube pays me. Monday, I will be doing episode 5. So next week, I think I have one day off. I think I have one day, possibly one day. Yeah, I think it'll be Wednesday. Yes. So Monday, I will be doing episode 5. So apologies again for not having these up. I know a lot of other YouTubers had their stuff on time, this, that, and the other, but your boy had a birthday and I wanted to celebrate. So let's do my social medias first. Let's get this started. Thank you so much for coming in today for Brazil. I know my audience, not everybody is watching this, but there are Brazilian Rant Pack members here, for those from Brazil as well as those who are watching the show. So y'all have asked for me to cover it, and I'm covering it. And I also react to it too on Patreon. So at MattyRants everywhere except for X, which is at the MattyRants. There's a link tree link in the description down below. I also do reactions, like I just said, on Patreon for as low as $1. Drag Race Germany is being added to the menu. So this Sunday, you should expect for Drag Race Germany reaction to post, as well as episode 5 by Sunday or Monday on my Patreon. So there you go. I'm covering Baddies East right now. We're covering Drag Race Philippines, which the finale is upcoming. So sad. So sad. And then also Drag Race UK, which just started. It's already starting off really good. I suggest you watch it. I did my review for that just yesterday on my channel. Appreciate everybody that tuned in for that one. Check it out. It's a long, good, great conversation. I'm also covering a lot. Brazil. And then we're about to start covering Chucky season 3. I'm so excited. More and more shows to talk about today. There will be the rant with me's that we have, and the rant with me's I'm actually going to be dedicating to Big Brother and Survivor because I'm watching Survivor this season. I can't believe I'm watching Survivor this season, but I saw the first episode and I was hooked. I said, "Uh-oh, I think I'm in it. I think I'm in it." So a lot to come for this channel. I'll be very busy, and I promise I will not complain because I want to make sure I give y'all excellent content, as well as YouTube knowing that I take this seriously because this is my job. I also am bookable on Cameo, so check me out on Cameo. Now, I may have opinions today that you do not appreciate or understand or possibly take into another level in a different light that it was never meant to be. Because a lot of people like to twist my words sometimes and say I don't take accountability when I literally take accountability too much for that matter. Sometimes for things I should never apologize for, like being emotional. But when it comes to this show and this fandom, it is toxic sometimes. And we can't enjoy things as is or give opinions on stuff and still support these dolls. Now, I may not like an outfit. I may not like a look. I may not appreciate the makeup. That doesn't mean I still don't want them to succeed. Excuse me, that get my words together. I still want them to succeed and I want them to be celebrated. And I think they're amazing and all talented queens. But relax, because I'm not going to agree with everything. And I think it's ridiculous that you come to my channel with that, not at all the others. What is that about? Disclaimer. This program is for entertainment purposes only, and content is not intended to malign any religion, race, company, individual, or wigs. All opinions expressed by Matty Rants and program participants are so their personal views and do not reflect the opinions of every human being on the planet. No hate should be sent to any of the shows or individuals mentioned on this program, so please don't be rude. And also, grab your libations and strap in. Matty is a talker. That's me. And you may be here a while. These are not short reviews. These are long reviews. So settle down. If you feel uncomfortable after viewing this program, consume some Mativia and have yourself a good poot. Okay? Please. I beg of you. Beg of you. Guest judge this week is Raphael Dumaresque. Raphael Dumaresque is the guest judge this week. Of course, we have Bruna Braga and Dudu Bertoloni that are also going to be in the judges panel, and Greg Queen, who I think is doing a good job so far. I do need to say something though, because I was like, she went in a little bit, and I liked it. It's like, okay, yeah, and she this is her when she's talking to them. Okay, yeah, and I hear you, and I thank you for that, and I appreciate you. However, when we talked in the workroom, and you said, or we've already seen this before, and so you're asking us to be like, oh, because of this, that's why I had that. But we have to grade this on every scale because everyone had the same amount of time as you. Ooh, it was the Dallas DeVille moment. She said, what? She said, everybody had the same amount of time. And they were able to put out some amazing looks. Do not blame it on the time. Do not blame nobody for this. I was like, oh, shit. I love that. I'm not to be like, oh, whoa for the other girls or like, oh, she's not being fair. It is a valid statement to make. And I'm happy that Greg said something because like y'all know on other particular franchises, when people start doing the excuse bag and sometimes it pushes them forward, I get very annoyed with that. Because it's like, girl, and so what? Like, what about this baby over here? What's her? Can she drop a parental note? I need to get out of gym class today. Some sort of waiver? Mm-mm. None of that. None of that. Listen, before I even go further here, if you do want to throw me a little bit of love, it does go a long way, especially because I got to fix this damn car. My starter's not working and we got to get it to the shop. That's going to cost me some money here. Anything is helpful if you send it my way. I appreciate all the birthday love y'all sent me over this week. It has been nothing but a blessing. I'm so grateful, humbled, and appreciative of every single one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Like, y'all don't even know. Like, I got on my knees and I was like, God, I have some amazing audience members. And it's not even just the tips. Like, I get comments, I get emails sometimes, I get messages on my other social media platforms, and y'all write these really like things that you're telling me I forgot about that I said, or you've been following me for so many years, or you're maybe new here and all that kind of stuff. I'm always open to constructive criticism, but not some people's definition of that, because some people got me on some other levels, okay, where they're just talking to me like I'm somebody's like bastard child. Like, no, we're not doing this today. So if you want to throw me a little bit of love, not necessary for participation, but most definitely appreciate it. PayPal.me/MattyRants, Ketchup.sign/MattyRants, Venmo /Rants. We got rent tomorrow, kids. I hate paying rent. It's the biggest bill. Like, I don't know how y'all feel about stuff. There are certain bills where I'm just like, oh, like, can we just have free living? Can just everything be free and we work off of the system? But then everyone have to be nice to each other. And no one wants to do that. But trust me, these girls out here with their fake kindness, no one wants to be actually kind to everybody, which I wish was the case. But yes. Oh, also, the live chats, the super chats are always especially welcomed in this group. Certainly helps out with YouTube trying to oh wait, I gotta give him yeah. Stop dropping it down. You know I'm getting views. These people are here. Watch it. Okay. So definitely appreciate those as well. Oh, what was the other thing I had on my mind? I got to say that's another thing too. I had some gross note left by a inner, I don't want to say that they're racist, but it was reading that energy in my Philippines review about some of the super chats, and it was almost like a dig at those people who throw good jokes out that want to get highlighted. Don't let that deter you. If you saw that shit, that person was strange and they were eating the wrong fruit, whatever tree they're eating from in that garden, honey. Okay. Don't let that get to you. I appreciate all the jokes that y'all have in these chats, the fun banter back and forth when we don't agree with each other and we're debating. That's a real moment. And I love you at the end of the day. So don't let that stuff phase you or play with you. All right. I got people sending me messages, virtue signaling me every day, while they really are just using microaggressions to tell me to be quiet, while they allow others to do different. So I won't have it. Okay. I know my intentions and I know my purpose in this earth. And I know God got me and I know you do too. So we're going to have a good time today and a good time every day on this channel. All right, let's get this going, babies. Let's go ahead and talk this up. There are going to be 2 moments that I have to do frame by frame. When we'll get there, we'll get there. But I hope you're around for that, because it's going to be funny when I break down 2 people falling at the same time. Fell. Jumped in the air just to fall on their back. I was like, wow, I've never seen someone attempt this before, just to hurt themselves. Like, goodness, it's scary. I don't know if I can handle that. We lost someone. We lost one last week. Tristan Soledad, who I was expecting to see a little bit more, but we didn't get, and I'm a little sad on that. But at the same time, it's like, go Tristan, go. I hope they're doing well in their career. And it was a moment. Now, Organza winning 2 in a row was a blessing for sure. But also for those 2 badges, she was like, in reality, she thought Miranda was the one and should have probably gotten the win over her. And she has respect for her. So I love that side of Organza. And, it's funny because, I go on X sometimes, Twitter, for those who still keep it. And sometimes I'll find myself in like comment sections of like threads of people talking about the show. And I'm always happy for the Google translator for some of them, because there is a lot of hate coming Organza's way about her attitude, so to speak. And it's funny how that's the word that's being used. And I was like, all right, here we go. Here we go. I get that she was wrong in Untucked. She was wrong. But then it starts to become really weird how deep we go into it when they're being playful with each other. And some people don't play that way. But no one's actually said, I don't play that way, so don't play with me that way. It's like I feel people are being offended on behalf of others half the time. And sometimes when we break down these sort of situations, we're not doing allegedly, possibly, maybe, in my opinion, with these things, we're saying things like matter of fact, like it's very factual. That's what's happened. No, we don't know. We weren't there, nor do we know the relationship between these people outside of the show now, inside of the show currently, and off camera when we really don't see what's going on. So I found that to be strange, because I see Scarlett and I see Organza having different energy than a lot of people in this room. And when they're the ones expressing themselves, now all of a sudden it comes off catty and attitude-ish. When in reality, let this have been U.S. And I get, I'm an American, you're bringing it up. So what? Now what? So what? That shit would be celebrated unless it has to do with a particular group of fans around a person who is always being in the mix of it and how they then respond to it. Like, how dare you talk about her, you, and then that's when Erica Mena pops up into the screen. Do you hear what I'm saying? You might not get it. Okay. You might not receive it, and that's fine. But like, really hear me on this. It's feeling a lot like that. Like, I said this and it wasn't that, but it's like, but why are you really mad at her just for like being very strong in her opinion? Keep standing her ground even when she's wrong. But she serves and she eats and looks good. Both of them do. There's a lot of microaggressions I'm starting to see in some of the X and Twitter conversations. I am not excusing how she acted towards Untucked. You didn't hear me as you're typing your response to me, but I see you. So here we go. Furthermore, in moving on, as the episodes progress here today, in reference to this, of course, Organza has her 2 badges. Everybody else is still hungry for theirs. You know, we'll see what goes down. Of course, Grad Queen enters into the workroom here. I wish I zoomed in on this flower to represent what we're about to receive for this reading challenge, mini challenge. But I got to say, I love how Grad Queen, she basically gives something for her eyebrow. This, now we got a little paint going down the middle. This is cute. It's a cute outfit too. Love all of it. Love all of it. 2 shapes and 2 boxes in between is what we're seeing here, as there are a lot of choices for glasses, and this is starting to look real familiar. Now, I'll be real with you. It wasn't that good. There were certain jokes that were funny that I enjoyed, but it was a little few and far in between for me. Okay, just a few. Crystal, thank you for the tippy poo on Cash App. Wish I could send more, but rent got me effed up. Me and you both. But thank you for the love. I appreciate you, baby. It's going to probably go towards my Uber today since I have to travel across town. And another reason why I'm ready for my car to be fixed, because these Uber rides are starting to kill me. And I have to like plan the day. I have to be like, all right, I need to go to one-stop shop. I can just do everything all in one go and then hop back in the car, and I have an hour to do everything. Versus when I had my car, I was like, beep, beep, just tag along, go wherever I need to go. So hopefully the car will be fixed. Hopefully my car will be fixed this week. Please, God. Okay, moving forward. Moving on. I think they got nervous. Well, is that the trend? Is that a trend alert though, homogenic? Is that a trend alert? It feels like a trend alert. Like, is that what? There have been so many reading challenges. Have we run out of jokes? We can, I mean, ask Melania. You can steal speeches and jokes. It's not that difficult. Hey, Mariana. But no, I, there were funny moments here and that. Like, too many people got dragged for their own bad jokes versus the people that were reading. Like, Helena actually, why do I want to call her Helena? Helena. Why do I call her Helena? Why? Helena was funnier when she was sitting in the back and somebody tried her and then she responds like, oh, now that was the gag. So it was just really weird. I was like, what's happening, babies? Like, is it because Grad Queen is there? And Grad Queen do be eaten in that small frame, honey. Now, I can understand why people would be intimidated. And she doesn't hide how she feels. That's another reason why I like Greg. Greg, if it's not good, oh, oh, not a fan. Okay, let's get into some that I thought were at least a little bit entertaining. Helena, where is Helena coming from? Helena was kind of funny, but I hope your fall, you fall like your top, and that was just a reference to some of her outfits or whatever, right? I found that Bettina was funny. Okay, Bettina was kind of a cackle. I was entertained by Bettine. Not by Bettine. Why did I say it like that? Forgive me for some of these screenshots. They were too good. Aquarella, when they laugh, their mouth does this. It's so funny. I love Aquarella, by the way. I'm a big fan. But like it's something every time there was a moment when I caught them laughing, whether it was a wide shot or if it was a close-up shot. I'm like, I feel like if Aqua's laughing, it's oh like from it's coming from here. Ooh, 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 ooh. And I was like, oh baby, it's too funny. Yeah, let's say this. Maybe everybody here is that it's on this cast is not familiar with shade and reading like that because of their environment and the people that they're around and maybe even the groups that they're in because everybody's playfulness is a little bit different and also everyone's sense of humor, you know, a lot different. Trust me, go to the Adult Swim. You can find variations of what is actually funny because some of it is funny and some of it is not funny. But then there are days when it actually might be funny. But it's kind of that remark. Now, for me, a reading challenge, baby. Do you know who one of my best friends is? Is Alexander Diane Rogers on YouTube. Find that man's channel and understand where my mouth would go. Every hit. Every joke is going to bleed. Every joke is going to be a dent in your body. You aren't going to walk away without asking, Matt, were you serious? Because that, honey, that's some of these jokes. It's a little truth telling in a read. You're telling the truth, but you're being playful with it. Like, yes, she's ugly, but at the same time, you're being playful with that because it's like you're not trying to just immediately break someone down. You're not trying to break down a person, okay? You want to just playfully tell something that's truthful and then just move on for it. Yes, thank you for the context here. Also, I think roasting for Brazilians is not so common. It comes across too aggressive, I guess. You know what? Interesting. No, and I'm parking lot this. Thank you for saying that. And this also helps me understand why certain people don't like organza and maybe even Shannon. I have a feeling that is possibly because their kind of shade is like my kind of ha ha. Like I would cackle at it and we would still be friends at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Sometimes people feel that. I appreciate that insight there to go with it. But we're all different viewers of a program here. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe. I forgot to blurt this out. You two be gentle with me, sister. Oh, I forgot to blurt that out. I hope they're kind to me and don't live in these ads. Okay, listen. It's been a very very long night. Y'all know I was on the Scotty by Nature show when we did the Boys Night Out, and we did that for about 2-hour program. I then immediately did my reaction for this episode. I was done around midnight from that, edited that down, had that posted and available by 2 a.m., went to sleep, woke up at 7, got the pictures for this, tried to go back to sleep. The cat said no. Like, he only chooses to meow when he really just wants to hurt me. Like, that's really it. Once I'm done in my shower, meows. Daddy, let me get in the shower. Okay, get your paws wet. Time to eat in the morning. Meow, 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 pulls on my ear. Yes, he starts pulling on my ear. It's actually adorable. He doesn't do it too hard, though. He, like, lightly does that. And I'm like, no? Be all up in my ears. But this part was funny. When Bettina did the, oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. We all, like, I feel like we all know that meme or that gif or what you get, that meme, actually. We all know that one. It was so, it was overused. Everybody and their mom probably has a video out somewhere on their phone, saved from either a TikTok or possibly one they made themselves that they'd never posted or didn't had 5 likes. We all know this one. I thought that was funny. I was like, oh, not Shannon. Oh, no, 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 no. Shannon, what's happening here? Shan. Ow, why these glasses? These are ski goggles. Like, what? I can't. I can't. Everyone talked about, actually, let me read my notes for when I was talking about this. Naza, beard. Dallas, talent. Melozine, going home. Those are my notes from this episode. Like, I only wrote, well, like, I was in the bed reaching before watching the episode. And I was like, everyone's jokes are about her beard or about Dallas not having talent. And Melazine like bombed like horribly, like not a good joke. Organza was able to make something funny that you couldn't. And then you try to come for Grad Queen, which again, you need to stop wearing that purple jumpsuit. I was like, what? Like, okay. Interesting. But I thought this was funny from Shannon with NASA production. What time are you serving lunch today? 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock. I was like, oh, that looks funny. The next joke was a little bit like, huh? I'm waiting for the talent that you said you have. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there were others that did that too with the talent bit. I was like, what? I didn't get it, but I was also like, I mean, we saw the lip sync. It was a little stiff, sister. So maybe that's what they're referring to. Now, this joke that was attempted with the Helena Maldita, did you bring any looks? Because it seems you're still in the closet. Now, Naza Bluebeard, God bless this baby. I like Naza, actually. But when I say you activated Miss Mama, now she was asleep. You were asleep a tad bit. Yes, I'm talking to you, Helena. But when I say this woke you up, bitch, girl, I was top 3. I woke up, and you have only been safe naked. Oh, that'll change after today. I was like, oh, oh, these faces. Oh. Bettina. Look at how, listen, Helena. Now, let me tell you something. The way she sat in her bitch. Oh, I'm sorry. That was my favorite part of the read. That was my favorite part of the reading challenge. Bitch, it was so see you next Tuesday. It was. Right. This is another 3 meme. I promise you, Emrika, that should be my challenge. Every review is to find one screenshot where there are at least 3 memes because all the people in the shot have to have their own separate photos where they can be taken out of context completely. Bettina. Bettina's cute. This face. Stephanie. SRB in Japan. Thank you so much, baby, for your love to you from Poland. I love it here. Oh, that's right, because you did move to Poland, and I'm glad to hear that it was a safe move and that you're loving it and you're good in a good space. So I love that, love that, love that. Shout out to you, baby. Thank you so much for your generous, lovely, wonderful tip. And I again wish you nothing but love and the best in Poland. Shout out to Alexis St. Pete, Polish queen on Drag Race UK. Also, I'm kind of excited to start Drag Race Germany tomorrow on Patreon. It's going to be weird if I want to review it. What if it's that good where I'm like, damn, I'm going to have to talk about this on YouTube? I'll be so many episodes behind, though. I'd be playing catch up. I'd have to do a review a day. Oh, they probably would tank my channel. YouTube be like, that's too much. I don't know. I'm kind of excited to start it. because I stopped looking at people's posts on X and other social media platforms. I just stopped. I was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna watch this anymore." And now I feel like I'm gonna be surprised a bit, but I don't know. I'm still nervous that it's not gonna give me what I need because some people were like, "Matt, Drag Race Italia is amazing," and I was like, "Oh." Mm-mm. Shout out to everybody in the show, though. And shout out to Italy, but Melusine Sparkle, Hi Girl, Delusional. Here's the funny part about that. Organza's delusional bit is going to be funnier later when they making up names for Melusine. Deluzine Sparkle, that was funny. That was because they were like delusional sparkles. No. Deluzine Sparkle was actually fucking hilarious. But the winner was Bettina Polaroid. I thought it was deserved personally. No, 3 didn't start. I'm just talking from previous gamer guy. I'm just talking from previous. The first 2 seasons were I couldn't, I wouldn't, I can't. I tried. I was like, nah, that's okay. Bettina won 5,000 reis, which is amazing. Now, the challenge. We want some mermaid couture looks. We want to get under the sea. We want y'all to give us a little bit of unconventional sewing challenge energy. And we love these challenges. And so they're given basically this kind of material, the same sort of plastic material that's used and maybe a little rubber in there from inflatables and these palm trees that are wrapped. There's some fabric that's wrapped around there, all of that. And they must make these looks and present them on the runway for their maxi challenge. I love challenges like these. This is where the girls get creative. And almost everybody is a seamstress. Because there were more good than bad looks this week, y'all. I was like, oh, this is interesting. Interesting. It's a mad dash for the looks, or at least what's left of the materials, but the queens sit down and start talking about their looks. Now, Ruby Ocean is a seamstress. She's talked about her 5 awards for these, 4 episodes. So Ruby being in the top this week made all the sense in the world for me. I would have felt very bad for her if that didn't happen, right? I haven't seen it yet. My first attempt will be Sunday. So if you're on my Patreon, you'll definitely know. And by the panel, I'll probably say something. Oh, and there is a panel this week as well. There's a panel this week. There's a panel this week. Everybody's coming back. I think the bi-weekly was the best decision we made. For me and for them, because I also want to do other shows on Sundays sometimes, or I just don't want to, and I want to have a day to myself. So yeah, I think the bi-weekly thing was the best thing for us. Helena knows how to sew as well. And she was like very much like, okay, we're about to really get into this and I get to show my creativity here. And I was really here for it. Really here for it. Now, Shannon, you made me nervous. Tay, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Oh, I'm nervous. I'm still gonna watch. Still gonna watch. I was nervous for Shannon. Naza said they can sew. So it was like, okay, we have some seamstresses here. Aquarella, not so much on the seamstress part. I was like, all right, here we go. Here we go. You know, I love a good Muppet baby, okay? And I feel like Melusine Sparkle's one of those babies, okay? I relate to you, Melusine, on this level of emotion and the feeling you have for your mother, whether your foster mother that you said taught you how to sew prior to you coming to the show, and how that was very much a bonding experience. Is something that you've always been around and it was important to you. So I relate to that. My mother taught me how to hand stitch. So when I would, because I have thick thighs and I would have pants that would split, and my mom would be like, look, this week we don't really got money to get new jeans like that, Matt. So I'm gonna teach you how to needle and thread. And my mom taught me how to hand sew. And I still have needle and thread in that closet right now. I can take a piece of fabric and I can drape bitch and pin in him. That I can do. Now, sewing from patterns, different story. I got to work on that. But like, if I was given a piece of fabric and I had needle and thread, oh baby, I can make something up. I would have to think quick though, because when you have a limited amount of time, hand sewing is a bitch. But to this baby here, I had got emotional listening to their story, as well as like, them discussing because their biological mother was working and they had like a foster mom that sort of took care of them. And then, Organza was there to, like, basically, hey, I see you, sister, very emotional time, an emotional moment for her. And, they weren't talking about that on next, they didn't bring that up. But you think that's what that was, Jose? Translation for nanny? Maybe. I don't know. When I saw the translation, it had said foster mother. So I was like, oh, okay. Hmm. So I'm not sure. Maybe we'll get some more insight into that. But they had my heart in this moment. And on the main stage, because when I knew they were gonna say something, I was like, oh God, I don't know how she's gonna take this. But listen, everybody's got some work to do. Grad Queen does enter into the room and goes over some of the looks and gives some tips. Some people not so much. Um, okay. Can I have this conversation? I have to talk about this. I thought for sure Miranda was going to be in the top this week. And when they said that baby was safe, it's the woman that helped raise her. Right. But it's the way they put foster mother, and it was like maybe it was meant to be translated into something else, and then they just sort of put that in there. Or maybe even when she was explaining it, that's how it goes. But back to this point. Greg, I need to have this conversation with you. Because I'm Team Organza, but I'm also Team Miranda Laurel. I'm very much team this bitch. And so I thought her outfit was kind of I'm a little shocked. Like I was like, huh? And Miranda always comes with a message, right? So I was thinking like, I don't know. I'm gonna get to you later, sister. We're gonna talk about your look. Cause I was like, wait, what? She's safe? Is this real? What's happening? Listen, Nazla did get good advice about opening up her eyes with her makeup. And I thought that was good advice to give. I think some of these were a little walkthrough ish for me, with a few good takes on the advice, but I was a little nervous. I was a little nervous. Okay, so I'm not the only one that's over here. Okay, I'm not the only one. Because I think, or even Organza last week was like, she didn't win. Like, I thank you for the win, but sis was right here. And that's how I felt about like, to this week, no shade. I thought Nas's look was great. I also was like, I think Miranda should have been up there for some critiques at least. I don't know. Okay, I'm not tripping then. I was like, okay. But who else was in the high position? It was Naza, Helena. I gotta look over here. Oh, and then Ruby. Miranda's look and Ruby's look. Ooh. I think I like Miranda's better. I'm sorry, Ruby. I'm sorry, Ruby. I think I like Miranda's better. Yeah. I think what was cool about Ruby's is her presentation. Bettina gets in this, oh, baby, this mirror. I think, is there a trigger warning? Is there some sort of gas they put in the room when Bettina was talking about their relationship and all this sort of stuff that they're going through in reference to, uh, they went through this depression of feeling like what they're doing, wasn't. What am I looking for? Come on, Matt. You've been doing something for so long and things aren't going your way. Do you want to think about giving up? But it's really your passion and your place on this earth, just like how I feel right now with what's going on my channel, with how I'm like, dang, y'all play with my numbers like this. Like, what's going on? And this is my passion, right? But I'm also not going to sacrifice who I am as a person to become something I'm not, just to make people feel better about their shitty selves, right? So, like, I love Bettina and I'm rooting for her. And I think she's about to get a rise in her time on the show. I will say that these last couple of weeks and these 80s looks that I've been getting, I've not been a fan of, but I want to see some more from her. I like her. I like her a lot, and I'm glad everybody was there to surround her with some love. I have not had breakfast yet, and my stomach just let me know. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Maddie. Ugh. I was trying to get this together. Grad queen, you look incredible. God, the eye makeup is severe, bitch. That eye makeup is severe, honey. Severe. The lip is plump. Perfect. I think the top of this is really immaculate. It's gorgeous. It's really, really rich. The skirt, it's cute, but sometimes at different angles, it read bath mat wrapped around with a a rope from a robe. Okay. With the boots, but I think it's still a really, really great look. It's the top part of it for me from this angle. It's like, oh my God. Perfection. From this ain't perfection. Perfection. Doo the hair is given this week. I was here for this today. I'm starting to really grow to appreciate his commentary. He keeps it 100. I like Bruna Braga. Bruna Braga too. I like her as well. I'm here for the I'm here for the judges here. I just why I'm so used to. I think it's because I recognize the Drag Race Mexico set, and I know I'm gonna probably see the same thing when I do Drag Race Germany when I'm watching it because it's like the same workroom. But like, shout out to Brazil for having everyone's names up because Mexico was not having it. That was the most annoying thing about watching Drag Race Mexico. When them people were there as guests, not one cue of a name was up there, not one. And the same thing when the queen stepped out. It was like they're there and they're moving. It was like no bumper, no name. Okay, never mind that. So I'm very happy when they do this. Helps me out too. I'm getting older. I got to see things. But he was fabulous, Raphael Dumaresque. Hold on, y'all. Oh, wait. I have so on my back shoulder here, I just saw it the other day. It is scratched up so bad. Oh my God. And I never really like paid attention to it. But when I pick him up sometimes, this is why we need to get his nails cut. And he has an appointment to get groomed and all that next week. Honey, he got them talons right now. And bitch, every time I pick up, ooh, rink. And so it's almost like my shoulder got used to it. And then when he's not near me, like right now, I just did a little shrug. I was like, ooh. I was like, oh, I felt all of that. All right. Ruby Ocean is first. There are multiple things I appreciate about this. In terms of construction, it looks like there was a lot of work put into this. The tiers with the skirt are amazing. I feel that it is very heavy, especially with how she was having to walk with it. I was like, girl, it looks like you're having to throw the fabric across the stage. But it looks polished in a sense. There are moments when it does give me a little interesting in the waist. I kind of wish there was a belt there. But now I'm like thinking maybe I'm thinking too hard on it. But I feel like there may be maybe a belt and like a tuft of hair coming out of that gap would have done it for me fully, maybe. But I think it's great. It's a good look. I want a belt. I want something right in the center to just do this. And I want like a tuft of hair, like a curl or something just to be coming out. I don't know why. Yeah, and that's why Tay, I'm like, I can appreciate the work she put in because it does look like she put a lot into this. Like you've got full on a gown with the tiers for the skirt, trumpet at the bottom, on top of you doing the ruffles for the side because you're actually doing a fish. It is giving fish, like even the cap on top, all of that with the sides. It's actually great. It's great. I just want two things: a belt to go, to give it a little some sort of sectioning here, and a little spit of hair, something coming out the bit of it. But other than that, I think it's great. It's a good look. It also reads more, and now here's me being picky. It reads more fabric than in the unconventional inflatable that was done. It's still gorgeous. It's still gorgeous, but it doesn't read unconventional. It reads more material. All right, there we go. That I needed that. I'm sure it's made out of the materials from, all the things that are perfectly fine, but it looks like it's fabric. Up next is Nas. I think this blue and gold bit is great. I love the wig. I think her makeup is a lot better than it has been before. It doesn't look like she's like looking at us like this. Um, I did like that. As much as I think that the inflatable like portion at the bottom here with the, corset, inflatable corset panty moment, I don't like that. I think I like the full concept of all of this. It just looked like a diaper with a whole bunch of boo-boo in there, and that's just where I'm at. But I think the wig is great, the makeup is good, the styling is well done. I think it's also really campy how it's like, I can blow into this, wee, with the trident. That was her vision. I think it's executed well. I couldn't take this. That's all. I just couldn't take this. That was my only issue, was just it looked like one of those, it looked like a Ren and Stimpy cartoon, when they're like one episode they had to poop. It was just that's my only thing. And I totally get it. You're just man up, girl, calm down. I know we got some Nas fans here, but it's not that serious, y'all. To me, it's a great look. I just hated that bottom part of it. Aquarella is next. When she lied and said that she had this slit up so she could look sexy, I was like, oh, okay. Sure. That's what it is. Not the worst thing I've ever seen in the world. Like, right? We can say that. It's not the worst thing in the world. It looks more like a tentacle that got chopped off during a battle with Ariel in The Little Mermaid that fell to the bottom, you know, of the sea or the ocean, whatever you want to say. To me, I couldn't rock with it. I just couldn't. I thought the makeup was great. The makeup was perfect. It's wonderful makeup. I mm-mm. She would have been safe in season 5, 4, 3, 2. Do you hear me? Homogenic. Like in 480p, she would have been perfectly fine. In 480p. On a cable only accessible with a premium program channel. Okay? Logo safe. Logo safe. We're MTV. It I'm trying to think of what she could have done differently with this, outside of what looks like that trident looks like it came from a dollar store as one of those balloons you can get before you walk out, and you have to get that associate to blow it up, and it takes forever, like forever, for someone to do anything, right? I kind of want maybe it's not around the head. Maybe if it's like attached to the skirt and it more so reads as a tail versus like around the head to collar. Okay, there we go. There it is. Like a tail per se versus the collar around the neck situation. And she somewhat made it look like she's like one of those lizards that can get in the ocean. I don't know. I want it better for you, Aquarella. It's not for me. Not for me. Any other season in the older days, and also it depends on who they would be up against, because that's that. So I find some of that, the y'all saying this in any other season, I don't agree with that at all. But I think that's a wild statement to make. But it also depends on how they're feeling that day in storyline purposes. But it's still not the most horrible thing we've ever seen to ever grace Drag Race. at all. We've got Soju, Ariel Versace, Vivacious. It's logo safe. Ooh, remember Alyssa Edwards when she had to make that dress? Oh God, we had to deal with Santina Rice. Oh, that is someone I do not miss at all. Lala Ree. Listen, hey, let's call it. If she was on that episode, they had to do the unconventional. Aquarella would have been safe that season if she was. I mean, it's Joey J. She's so gay, and it wasn't that Joey J's outfit was bad. It was just like kind of like, do we care about this look? So I stand corrected. In certain cases, yes. But I'm not going to use the term in any other season. No, not any other. But we can specifically go to unconventional challenges. Ooh, that should be a mission we should do one day. What was the worst unconventional challenge? And it can't just be like, oh, how am I wording this? The majority of the people have to be bad, and we have to like rate it that way. Because like there were some good looks that sometimes happen, but then if the majority of everybody was like crap, it's like, oh my God, we really should go through that. Would that be toxic? I feel like that may be toxic. I mean, some other channel will probably do it and take that idea. Anywho. That Banji. Ooh, the doll. Oh, oh. Listen. Oh no, no. Let's call it. Let's talk about it. If it was down under, oh bitch, she's been top 2. I'm kidding. Top 3. Super safe. No, they would have kept her on the stage to say nice things about it. Okay. And then RuPaul would have been like, those shoes remind me of my days when I was in the band. All that kind of stuff. Oh yeah. Oof, 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 oof. Don't get me started. Y'all knows I really cap, like I let y'all say cap differently here. I was on a fucking soapbox for season 2 of Down Under. Okay. One of the great, I will put it up there, one of the best seasons that Drag Race of all franchises had, and it was only that one season of Down Under, because 1 was and then 3 I'm happy though for the winner. I'm happy for Isis. She deserved that win, and I'm even gonna say it, deserved it. She cut the fuck up. Like, we were not gonna knock her. Okay, it just where there were some decisions where we literally saw them do the whole underdog story, and that was lame to me. I was like, really? Okay, back to this. Organza is next. I like this, but I wanted things to be different. I liked it, but I wanted things to be different. Another example of I needed something else happen in the waist area to make it seem like, for me, based off of the silhouette, right? I preferred the collar down. Like, this needed a pad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not to say that you have to pad to do drag. That's not what I'm saying. But this needed hip because of how it was being presented, and it needed a rump shaker. Like, in this angle, it's perfectly fine. I think it's very pretty, but I preferred it when she tipped that bitch down. I was like, oh, that's kind of cute. She needed some body with this one. You want to come up here? Because I was talking about you. Look at those nails. Look at those nails. Let me make sure. Remove your claws, Mamu-chan. Okay, thank you. Ugh. Ugh. Say hi to everybody. Okay. Sorry, he was giving me I need your attention and I need it now. Oh goodness, if you have a cat, you know what I'm talking about. Let's talk about Miranda Labreo. I thought this could have been one of the top contenders for the week. I thought this was kind of fly. I thought it was really cool too. Like it was very cool. Something about they wanted the plastic to be melted to give that sort of like pollution in the ocean feel, which not to be too literal, but very much that. And then I'm thinking to myself, is that a hook from like when you're fishing and do you see what I'm thinking? Where my mind was going with this, I was like, oh, she's making me think about this when it's giving. I'm sorry, I to me this should have been up there, and at least I'm continuing this for third. I would put this a little bit over Ruby's. I thought it was kind of cute. I did, yeah. It looked very interesting. Are you chewing on this? Okay, I will put you back down. Like I know you want to be up here with me. But like, I can't have you chewing on my cords. The face is right. The hair is done. There's a hip. There's a hip. Listen, there's a little hip in here. Mamo. Mamo. Mama, let it go, please. Thank you. Why is this cat? I swear to God. Oh, that's why you're Aggie, because it's 12 and I haven't given you your wet food. That's why you up here. Oh, my baby. Okay, let me hurry this up. The pearl purse. Come on, y'all. I thought this was a bop. It was good. I don't know about a winner this week, but it was great. I loved it. A high safe for the girls that don't see it for third. A high safe indeed. Bettina Polaroid, do you not know that there are testicles down there? I need you to be a little bit more better, okay? Trying to kill me. Um, I was like, you already did the music video challenge for the first episode. Remember Good Girls? This is literally a different colored like, are y'all not seeing that? Like, this is reminding me of the music video challenge. I was like, okay, she likes rock of a certain time frame. That's perfectly fine. I'm aware of that time frame, but I don't want. Mm-mm, mm-mm. God bless her though. I like her. I like Bettina. I don't like this. Who said this is Barry Acai Betty? Piece of Mateo. Stupid. Joan Jacuzzi Jet. Y'all have to stop. There it is. That's what I was waiting for someone to say. Labyrinth. Oh, God bless anybody that knows the Labyrinth movies. Yes, yes. Dark Crystal, for my peoples. Labyrinth, Dark Crystal energy, that. Okay. Good for you. Good for you, gamer guy. I was like, where is it? No one's saying it. Okay. God bless. Jim, little David Bowie tease. Shannon Scarlett. Mm-mm. You know what? I take it back. For somebody who can't sew, I want to know who helped you make this outfit. Now that I think about it, this could have been much, much worse. Um, who helps you make this outfit? I'm not gonna suit it. I'm gonna safe it. I'm gonna logo safe it. Cause I was surprised to see this hit this. I was like, oh. okay, but it shocked me because I don't like the tail, the little bows on the dress. But then I was thinking to myself, baby girl just said she can't sew, and this is sewing. Whew, listen, I'm prepared to be attacked in the comments today. I may not care for everything that y'all care for. I think if y'all think this was great, good for you. I'm not my favorite. I was like, this, I don't know what's happening here. I don't know who made this. I don't believe it was her. But it was a surprise. It's a nice save. It's decent. It's decent. Yeah, solid, I would say. I was shocked because I was like, oh, okay. Like, I was not expecting you to come out here for that. Dallas DeVille was safe this week. Woo! I have to say that again. Dallas DeVille was safe this week. Are you kidding me? I said, she's like, this is, I didn't know if she was going to do like a cover band of Kiss for like non-gender binary people. I didn't know what was happening. And then I thought to myself, okay, the challenge was like Atlantic Mermaids, like they want to do Under the Sea, like take it there. The face prosthetic was interesting. But then after that, I was like, I don't know what's going on. It was Greg's face. Like she had been happy all day. And then that came out and it was, while Nina and Rebecca made that child. Listen, oh, you talking about, do we think it's one of the season one when Marco helped BB and Chanel make their looks for the absolute ball while Nina and Rebecca made theirs? Ooh. No, I think maybe Shannon got some help from like Organza or Naza because again, like they may be kind of catty sometimes with each other, but I don't think that some they would be like, no, girl, I'm not gonna help you out. We just maybe didn't get it in the edit. Probably. Or maybe Shannon was fucking with us. I don't know. Like that. You know what I mean? Like I think maybe she was messing with us. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh no, I'm in trouble. Maybe that was her strategy. I don't know. I would have liked to have seen that process though, because I was for what it was worth. It's like, huh? I just feel like to party. Like I feel like I'm gonna hear that song. I don't know why. I wanted this to be better. I don't know why she wore the panty again. Why did she wear that panty again? I don't know. I like her though. Dallas is cool. I just not my thing. Not my favorite. I thought this was great at first. I thought this was great at first. I feel so bad for Lizzie. I actually was like, oh wow. It's Ariel and Ursula. Immediate caught the reference. Immediate because it's giving Ariel, it's giving Ursula up top, Ariel on the bottom. Got it. Okay. Then we started walking. And it almost seemed like it was falling or something. I don't know why. It's like it was already hard to walk in, but there was one point where she damn near hopped. And I was like, what's happening? Um Greg's like, you could have slipped it from the back. Totally get it. But like, I don't think Melusine should have been lip syncing tonight. I don't believe that. I'm sorry. I don't know if they're still holding a grudge from the capybara. Like I don't I can't find the logic in the decision making of why this was in the bottom two. I don't see it. Even if she couldn't walk in it, I know they have a thing about walking. Like if we're looking at the details of this, Like there is an inflatable portion with the bra. This skirt is done well. Even if it's not well, it's decent. You know what I mean? She's not re-wearing something from last fucking week. The wig is great. The makeup is good. I'm really gagged. I was gagged. I said, oh, she's safe. And it would be awesome because maybe she'll be in the top. Oh, she gets to talk about this. It's a full circle moment. Nope. So Melanie, I didn't care for your Giselle Celine Dion Bunchkin that you did last week. You should have cleared for this, and I didn't care for that. I was not happy. And that to me, Tay, listen, hear me out, y'all. As I'm making these points, I understand why they made the decisions they made. I already get it. I'm giving the reasons and I'm being passionate about why I don't care for that. I don't need you hear what I'm saying? Like, I get why they did that. That's a huge deal for them. Tristan came out there and told them they got issues with their feet. They said, fuck that. Send her ass home. So I'm not missing any points. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. Trying to feel so free. I still think that's stupid. Because we have seen because like the point that was brought up earlier, if this had been any other season, they've been saying, oh, okay, so let's use that same logic. We've seen girls that can't walk that have gotten safe, at least, and then got put in the back of the stage. It's a note for later. You need to make an edit. I love Greg, but I was like, over Dallas? I think re-wearing the same thing from the previous week is a bigger offense than, say, we can't walk down the runway. And in a challenge where you had to create an outfit. Like, to me. It's like, we just saw Banksy be safe. Or was that bottom? We don't know, remember? We won't know. She was not happy. Once she saw that baby hopping, it was like, oh, it's a wrap for her. I knew she'd be in the bottom after that. I was like, mm-mm. But I thought the outfit was great. Before I start loving this a lot and everything, before I start loving this, because it's very well done. I want to ask, because she right now, next to Organza, is my pick to win the season. I like her energy. She's like a quiet young storm, right? A young quiet storm. That's what I meant to say in that. What was the cursed bit about? Are they asking her to not be so pretty? Are they asking her to go a little bit more avant-garde or messier in a sense? Because when that comment was made, I was like, that was me. Because I like the beauty. Oh, I like the beauty. Oh, I thought that was weird. I don't know. Maybe they meant to say it just to keep her humbled. I don't know. We want to see you ugly. And then when they do it, oh my God, you went too far. Now you're in the bottom two. It's like, please don't let that be the case. I thought this dress was absolutely gorgeous. Greg was floored. The muggy, wuggy, wuggy, wuggy. Ooh, vulnerability, maybe. I feel that may be on there, but I'm like, the previous week they were extremely vulnerable by talking about their status, talking about the people and the things that they went through. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't know about vulnerability. They kind of given a lot already in the early episodes. This makeup is severe. Oh, she played so well. Oh, it's mucky wucky. Oh, I like it. Oh, she's so good. Okay. I just have to wave. Don't it make you just want to go, mm-hmm. Versatility. Okay. So then let's hope for maybe like a pantsuit moment, maybe something a little different than a gown kind of tease. Okay. I can see that. I can see that. Something a little different. Just a little different. Okay. I like her though. She's gorgeous. Can we talk about the back of the dress real quick? Because I had to get this shot. Had to. The placement. She knows she knows. She knows. The pattern, it was right. And she's been practicing. She knows what she's doing. Ah, I mean, that pink dress from the previous week was great too. Like, come on now. Okay. Yeah, she knows her patterns. Yep, 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 yep. But yeah, fire. How did Naza win next to this? I almost feel like that was. I'm not going to take that from Naza because Naza was detailed. It was very detailed, and you can see a lot of people liked it, right? Maybe it was meant to do that for balance sake because of the 2 wins that Organza had, and it was like, let's try to add some more flow to this chart. Because it's like Naza did great, so let's reward her. Helena did really great too. We're going to reward her as well. You know, the full bit like that, right? Like I, in my opinion, if I was a judge and I knew I gave somebody 2 wins and then the next week they weren't that good, I would already be thinking, like, storyline wise, I'm going to need to give 2 people badges today because we need to break this up. And they'll be like, oh, it's a shared win, but it makes people closer if they win again to then catching up to the other person. Okay, I like that. Best improved. It was, and then again, you know, they're the way they're utilizing the episodes. Remember, no one went home that first time, and the second time, like, you know, so it makes sense to me, like that they gave 2 wins for it. They wanted to award someone from group 1. Hey, maybe I don't. Technically, group 2 has been eating and been going home. Damn. Well, actually, because Tristan was from group 2, and then group 1, it was what's my baby's name? Come on, Matt. Come on, Matt. No. I don't have her name in my brain. So the first person who went home, right? That was from group 1. Then this week, Melazine. So group 1 is taking some losses though. Okay, I want to give this highlight because I know there's going to be comments. Diva Moore, thank you, because there are going to be more that probably agree with this. I don't agree with it, but I want this to be given time. I think Naza deserved because in the first episode she's in the split premiere and she should have won. Understand that even though they verified it technically was sort of like a, you know, not technically a real split premiere. It was like, we're just going to separate y'all and then bring you in for the bring in, even though the first group had their own judging. But then they were judged as groups for the music videos. And group 2 was the better group, not group 1. And so because group 2 was the better group, one person out that group won, which was Organza. So I don't think that statement applies, but I can still understand your point. If that makes any sense to everybody listening here. It's like, yeah, I get that. But I'm like, but that was based off of the groups for that challenge that they literally had the same to then bring them all together. And then Diva Moore went home because it was actually the first episode was the second episode. So that's why I'm like, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I think that in the case of hold on, because I'm gonna give Tay time. Because they actually had a separate episode though, that's where I can understand your point. Because it was like technically the second group was introduced on the first episode as well, but they didn't have a whole runway like they did. And it was like, oh, we're faking out. The second group had their runway, but it was also, we're all together now, and now we're doing the judging. So I get that point. So it's like, okay, I see that, but I also see how they flipped it into actually, we're all in one episode and we're doing this as groups, but one individual winner. Boom. Okay. Sorry. Once I that's why I stared at that point for so long, Tay, because I was like, there is points here, and we have to do both sides of this, and my Libra powers must activate. Whew. So there we go. Right. The second group got the short shift because they were introduced at the end of the episode to then go into their own episode, but it actually wasn't their episode because it was a group episode because that's when they were all introduced again. Whereas the first group got their own episode all the way through until the end where it was still separated by the. Let's move on. Let's move on. Crisscross, crisscross. Okay, listen. So Organza, Miranda, Bettina, Shannon were safe. Okay. I was a little gagged that you already know, but we're gonna get into it here. Now, the tops and bottoms, top three is Ruby Ocean, Naza, Helena, Maldita. Okay. And our bottom three is Aquarella, Dallas DeVille, and Melusine Sparkle. Were the guest judges different each? Yes, they were. Yes, they were. Because remember, the first episode, she goes by one name. And for us Americans, she looks like Big Ange, but like not with bad surgery. She still looks good because God bless Big Ange, but that. She was in the first episode, and then the second episode was God, who was that in the second episode? Yeah, there was two different judges for each episode. Mm-hmm. The influence Gretchen, thank you. Gretchen was the first episode. There we go. And the second episode was that guy who's an influencer. I forget his name too, but yes, different judges. So that's another reason why I'm like, they the second group didn't even get to meet Gretchen. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, but different points here, different points. Flavio, there we go. Thank you. I did a lot of stuff at the Renaissance concert. Can you tell? My brain is still out to space. Dance. Now, I felt bad for I felt bad for baby girl because she thought she was in the bottom. And then they were like, oh, but then this happened. And you could see that sparkle that she thought was about to happen just click. And I said, oh, shit. And it became a little personal. I was like, oh, my God. Listen, I felt really bad for you. I don't think you should have been in the bottom safe. I get that the walking bit was a huge deduction in your score, but like, I'm looking at Dallas's look. And the only thing that reads under the sea or mermaid or some sort of aqua anything is the sharks that are on the shoulders and the face prosthetic. That's it. And it must be cold ocean, like deep, deep, dark seas where there's no light that's going to reach it. But, they were asking her like, oh, well, if you had to lip sync, how were you going to do it? And then she takes down the dress and then she has pants. I was like, damn, were you asking her to show us that she can lip sync tonight? Like, why? I can see the talking portion for her. I can see bottom three to talk to her. I still say safe, though. I don't know. I still say she should have been safe. I'm like, don't show them this now. Just take a peekaboo. But yeah, I gotta talk about baby girl too, because I was shocked. That like, you need a little curse, you need to be a little bit dirty and grungier. And I'm like, no, she's gorgeous. But I also get versatility. It does matter. When we see the same gown over and over again, it can wear you out. But I was still like, what's going on here? Now, let's move to Untuck, which is 5 minutes of just like. So they were all going over who they thought was going to be in the top, right? And that would be crazy if they were like somewhat all like top 4 or like in the top 5, this group of people. But like they were over here like, well, if we're not up there, then who would have been in the top and who would have been in the bottom then? Because we all kind of gay a little bit. And so they were going over who they think should be in this position, this, that, and the other. And everybody, the majority in Organza was really leading this conversation. It was more so if Helena doesn't win, I don't know what else we're going to do here today. When they got back there and started talking about everything, and they were going through, yes, this is what happened, this is what they said. When it's like all of a sudden, it's like, and Nasla got good critiques too, and da 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 da. No, okay, I can't, I won't, and I won't do. And I'm like, this is me. Huh? Now, mind you, there are times when I am like, I would be on that side of the fence, and you could be mad at me. But oh no, today I said, girl, what? Bitch, you're safe with 2 badges. Close that book real quick. You don't need to say anything. You need to be thankful. You have 2 in the job while these other babies are fighting for their position in the light. You have had it twice. And I love Organza. I'm rooting for her. That's my top. That's my pick to win. But I'm in this moment, I sat there and I was like, you made this a lot for nothing. And I'm glad NASA stood up for themselves in this moment. And I'm glad everybody else in that moment was like, well, no. Don't say she didn't using the materials now, because we're literally looking at a fucking inflation, a floatable device on her poom poom. Like, don't do all that. But I was entertained in this because Organza wasn't backing down at her point. But it's Naza, because in the confessionals, Naza is like, oh my gosh. But here she said, now hold on, bitch. I've let y'all speak for me. I'm speaking now. I said, yeah, get up. I did this. I made that. I do this. I am a seamstress. This is all an inflatable device. I even showed them this whole part right here where I blew into full camp. Don't be mad at me. I said, So that was, I said, ooh, come on now. Ooh. Organza, you were foolish in this moment, but the way people were like breaking down how you acted here, I thought was way out of that. This is the first episode. Let's give this a moment. Reminders of when we had the cat argument in the initial phases of the beginning of the season and how it progressed differently because other point of views were then taken. I'm just saying. If it's a trend alert, I'm maybe hop on board. But right now, I'm like, girl, this was just a moment. It was entertaining. We moved on. I don't think it was that deep. I mean, even Organza was like cheering her on when she won. I mean, they're probably gonna say it's fake, but anyways, Helena won this episode first. And of course, shout out to them. I thought they deserved it. This outfit is just great. And then they say Nas the one, which I was like, oh, okay, work. And again, it's a gag because Nas is already probably in her mind going, I'm safe. I didn't win. I was this close. To then get that win, the genuine excitement on her face, the gaggery, that was fun. I was like, oh, I love it. I was like, okay. Love that. I thought that was super cute and super sweet. And look, just to make sure she was excited for her. Someone's going to go, that's a fake clap. What if she's actually excited? Shit. Who saw Jawbreaker? Why does Melusine look like the name's Violet? I cannot. I can only see that now. Oh my god, that's Violet. I killed Liz. I killed the Team Dream. Deal with it. Oh my God. If you haven't seen that movie and you're part of this LGBTQI plus community, you need to do so and do it like right now. Like, tell me I'm wrong. Like, bitch, that is Fern Mayo, bitch. Like, that is Fern. Down. Sitting right there. Melozine, please. I put this on everything. If you haven't seen the movie, Melozine, and you're watching this, watch the movie. There's a pink outfit. You need keep the same wig. It's the same hairstyle. I promise you. Keep the wig, and do the pink outfit when she was on top of the T-Bird or that little convertible that she got. A whole look. I can see her doing a full moment in the club too, and it just breaks into their like monologue speech. Like, and I have your little secret. You don't want me to tell. Cause poor you. Well, I know me now. That movie was so not serious and all kinds of serious. The only horrible parts about it are that Marilyn Manson's in the movie. He's a monster. I don't know how Dallas being safe just did not make sense to me. It really didn't. It just didn't make sense to me. I just was like, girl, they both give some sort of sea, ocean, lake, pond, water, body of water, some sort of something happened here. It feels like Dallas is about to go on tour. I can't get into that. You can't, you don't see that from me. I don't care. She has, like, I'm sorry. I'm looking at a full rock costume, and then she has this pageant necklace on with these panties. Give her a guitar and give her 50 minutes. Like, seriously. They must like, I mean, Dallas does have interesting points of view, and she's also not giving you the same typical style that everybody else is, but I don't know. It felt like this would have been the moment for her to lip sync against either one of them. Aquarella preferred, in my opinion, but I've heard this song before. I just never knew the name of it. I was like, oh, I've heard this song before. I've heard it. Honey, she's in the Jawbreaker movie. The eye makeup is everything. Go ahead, Melozine. The eyes are right. Get into the now. We missed this for the Little Mermaid. There are two parts of this lip sync today that made me cackle out loud. I do think Aquarella won this one, in my opinion, because she had a little bit more energy. Listen, I'm in Houston, it's a melting pot of a lot of different cultures, and I've been to different places. I've heard the song before in a club while I'm actually being funny. Like, I was like, I've heard this song before. I've been bumping in a club. So I was like, oh shit. Okay, I know what this is. Ow. I danced to it, didn't know the words. Aquarella won for me. She had this attitude. It was boom, hitting it. She may not have been able to do anything like a split. And when she fell on stage, because that wasn't a dip, and that was most certainly not the death drop that they like to use, that lady fell. And I'm going to break it down. And so did Miss Melozine. When I tell you, Melozine jumped to her death. She really didn't, but she jumped to her death. I put the honey, wrote a note and just, I was like, what is happening here? She was going too slow for me. Melozine was trying to build up too much. And I was like, nah, girl, you hit the beat. This tuck and roll, I thought this was Gigi Good. And this was giving a season. Shut up, Matt. What season is it? 12 or 13 again? I can't. Bitch, I thought that was Gigi Good in the Madonna challenge, bitch. Tell me what's wrong. It didn't make sense for me. And I was like, okay, maybe she's showing some talent here. When she 12, okay. When she got up, 14 was Willow Pill, 13 was Simone, 12 Jada, boom, 11 Evie, 10 Aquaria, 9 Sasha Velour, 8 Bob, 7 come on, you know her name, Matt. I'm not even gonna look at the chat. Violet Chachki, 6 Bianca Del Rio, 5 Jinx Monsoon, also All Stars, 8 Season 4, Redacted. Season 3, Raja Gemini. Season 2, Tyra, also known as James, also known as Ross Evans. No, I'm kidding. James Tyra Banks Ross. James Tyra Sanchez. Season 1, Bibi Zahara Benet. 15, Sasha Colby. All right. All Stars 1, Chad Michaels. All Stars 2, Alaska Thunderfuck. All Stars 3, Trixie Mattel. All Stars 4. All Stars 4, Monet Exchange, Trinity the Tuck, or She Devil by Night, whatever you want to use. All Stars 5, Kylie Sonique Love. All Stars 6. No, All Stars 5, Shea Coulee. All Stars 6. There we go. All Stars 5, Shea Coulee. All Stars 6, Kylie Sonique Love. All Stars 7, was Jinx Monsoon. All Stars 8, Jimbo. There it is. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. Because I said Jinx earlier for 8. No, Jinx was 7 because that was the winter season. 8 is when we repicked it back up. Wait. No. Wait, yes, I was right. Okay. Shh. Be quiet. The voices in my head. Oh my God. I feel like I had to do it backwards for me to like do it, right? Yeah, I had to do that backwards. I can't do it from 1 to 15. I have to do it 15 to 1. That's the best way for me to do it. Yep. Yeah. Listen, every time we get to All Stars 3, it's a tough road to say that answer, honey. I get it though. Pop off. Bravo to you. The most, they got a hotel, got a makeup line, got a channel, got a podcast. Can't see out your eyes. Love her. Pop off. All right, back to Jawbreaker. It's a good movie we're watching here. She lost right here. Right here. The Christmas Queen winners. No, I didn't. She lost right there. I want to know why she did that. Like, I know it's for a gag and the ooh, but I'm thinking to myself, you do know they hate, and I mean everybody. I hate this. When you take off a wig, when you take off a shoe, or you take off some clothes that does not reveal into anything at all. Like, it take me out of the full show. I'd be like, okay, never mind then. I guess I don't need to like this. Still looks good. Greg was over it. I was like, ugh. I was like, yeah, that's over it. Mind you, Aquarella over here trying to throw a little back. Now, here's the beginning of a lot of, falling today. I want to break this down. Now, this is Melusine at the beginning of this. I see the right leg is planted. She said that it was falling. She was doomed then. That sucks. She was doomed. Damn. Yeah, Tay, if that's true with it because it was falling off, she was doomed. She was doomed, unfortunately, because they're not going to be, well, it was falling, so we're going to let you go. Then the performance itself. Now, this right leg is planted. The left leg is up. I want y'all to see this. When I tell you I was hitting the screenshots like this, so I was making sure milliseconds were going by here, right? Now, you would have thought she was falling from the sky in this picture. But that right leg has now come up. And I thought to myself, when she was doing this, She should have let the left leg hit and then rolled it up. But instead, that's not what had happened. So I think in her excitement of wanting to impress the judges, what would have been a dip has now looked like an accident outside of a very tall building. Okay. We're going to keep going here because it doesn't get better. And this is a person who is been in ballroom, who knows how to vogue, who is a former gymnast and also a backup dancer and current drag queen piece of cake. I'm talking. So here you go. The fact her leg is already bent so high in the air is already a sloppy drop. It's already a sloppy drop. Because when I saw her already going into her extension when she was so high up in the air, that is a no-no because that's too high in the air and now you're just falling. It's supposed to be a little smoother to where there's a little bit of room to hit the ground. Some people will say this is dramatics. You're a liar. Okay? She got a little excited and she jumped up a little too high, in my opinion. And that's why I was like, wish you had just kept it a little low and just did a soft landing for what you were trying to go for here, sister, because this is very boom. Now, as you can see from the position of her land, right? You see how it's bent and the leg is done? That's fine. And the leg is extended, okay? But she's still falling. That's a problem. Had she had fallen with a little bit more of not from the height of the, Leaning Tower of Pisa. I'm just saying, like, she's still falling. So her arms haven't connected back, which means that when she finally does connect with the ground, it's going to look a mess. Example. So when y'all want to dip and you want to do these dramatics, there's ways of jumping up and like actually doing a dramatic fall into the dip to where it still looks puss and it's still perfection. But it's not going to require you to jump all the way in the air unless you have, and this is real, a good core and good legs and a nice back. Because you're going to eventually, when one piece of your body does touch the ground, the next thing on your mind is to softly land, even though it was so dramatic. And even sometimes on soft lands and it hits, to roll out of it immediately to go into your next move. So I know what she wanted to do. I saw her attempting to do it. God bless her. I wanted to ask if her back was okay after this because she fell. That's what that was. It was a fall. I thought that was going to be the end of it for today. Nope. 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 Not to be outdone by Melusine, Aquarella said, me too. Didn't have to. You didn't have to. Listen. Oh, Aqua, you didn't have to do this. I was like, why did she do that? And but you know what? I'm going to say this though, because this was the most entertaining lip sync of the season. This is a true statement. Compare what? Yeah, let me go over it. Episode 1, 2, 3. This is the most entertaining one of the season, though. I did enjoy myself. But when look at her now, look at this foot. Now look over here. It was a mess for me, but I still enjoyed it. I was like, this was fun. It was a great lip sync, right? She turned around because she was going to dip. So we thought. I want you to look at this back leg right here, please. I want you to look at this leg right. Please pay attention to this leg. Because that's the leg that she's supposed to land on, right? That's it, the way I look at this position because she has her knee bent. So I'm assuming her left leg is going to be the extension. Check this out. Never, ever do this. Ever. 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 There is not one hop that took place. There is not one up and land. I'm doing you see how this in your body shit? Okay, there's not none of that. None of that's happening. From what it was before to what it is. Like, please. Ooh, Tay, we'll talk about it Tuesday. So, no. What day I said? Monday. Excuse me. Monday. We're going to talk about episode 5's lip sync. I really wanted to watch it last night, but it was really late. and I was already like tired. And then when I saw it's like this sort of like it gets better like video thing they're doing, I was like, oh no, honey, I can't do the emotions that late at night. Like I can't. Okay. It's not looking good for Aqua. I'm like, can she see what's happening right now? She can see. If I knew them glasses were that expensive, I wouldn't even be attempting this shit. Because if them suckers flew somewhere and cracked, I don't know what mini challenge you won, my dear heart, to pay for some new ones. Wasn't it 2,000 raised the last time? Something like that? How'd that leg get over there? Who broke you? Are you are you weird, Barbie? Like, what's happening here? Like, like Tay literally fell. I was like, oh my God, this is insane. Look at her feet. Look at this leg. Look at this leg again. Look at this. 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 You knew something bad was gonna happen when all of her legs, you're off the ground and you're still in this position. Oh my God. Arms not up for a back walk over. I was like, oh my God, she's gonna, someone help, throw a pillow on the stage, throw a pillow up. No way in hell. No way that leg cocked to the right like a damn kickstand of a bicycle. And she about to drop into anything that's gonna resemble a dip. Honey. Bloosh. Aquafella, shut up. Shut up. That is stupid. That's dumb. Melazine Spark fell. No, that's too much. Melazine Spark fell. That's actually funny. Yes, it is. Aquafella and Melazine Spark fell today. She didn't have to do it. She was winning. I was like, Aquafella, you really didn't have to do all that. You were already winning, sister. Look at that. Doesn't that look like she fell? Like, it is not like we're going to have to call somebody. Was the back of your head hurting, sister? You don't have a big wig. So I'm assuming you had a lot of your cranium, that dome was slapping against the floor. Is that what happened? Mm, 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 mm. Somebody's stretching. This is not a split. We talked about this. That cooch got to hit the floor. I have proven my worth with splits. It's now becoming a desperate action. This was still fun, but like I could feel the desperation from Mellow Slam Spark. Stop it. Mellow Slam Spark fell. Stupid. Oh my God. She was trying. I hate it. I hate the desperation, but I also understand. It's like you do not want to go home. You gotta do everything you can, but I know a couple of brain cells shifted. Telling you that right now. Aquarella. I almost said Aquafella. We can't keep that. We're not keeping that. They won the lip sync. Congratulations to them. I thought they did a better job until they fell, right? I was like, okay. I feel bad because you're like we talk about how sometimes in Drag Race the storyline of something that makes you really emotional that day ends up being a part or another, like almost like a swan song out the door, right? Like you told something that was really personal, they're gonna send you home. We had like a whole year of that, y'all. Do you remember we were covering this like a couple of years ago, like maybe 3 or 4 years ago? We were doing Drag Race, and it was like every episode that somebody had a deep moment, like my mom died, or my dad's in jail, or I went to this and that happened. They would be immediately sent home that episode or the following one. It was never to top 3. When she had that moment in the back, I said, uh-oh. And then Bettina had that moment. I said, uh-oh. I said, a lot of people got emotional today. This is gonna be hard. And I'm glad that they haven't done this recently. Like I've been proven wrong for a lot of actually not true, because Philippines had that moment with Didi happen, and I was very much proven right. It hasn't happened as often as it used to be, right? So this episode, I felt like it played a little bit in her face. I didn't think it was the worst outfit. She couldn't walk in it, and that was a problem. So yes, bottom 3, understandable. Bottom 2, I don't think so. Because Dallas was ready to perform for sure in that outfit. Like, look at what she was wearing. She could walk perfectly in it, but I don't know. I don't know. And then she was able to say, "Oh, I got to show this on the stage," and I was able, you know what I mean? It was very that. It was very that, like, oh, I finally get to have this moment, and then it just, ooh, that is tough. I have to say that's tough, man. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough. Literally was pouring her heart out this episode. Something very relatable, something that a lot of us could relate to. You get to the stage, you totally think it's your week, and it is opposite day from hell. So I have to give her time and energy to say, Mosine, I don't think you deserved it this week like that. I don't. I think you're a character and you're kind of funny and kind of cool and all that kind of stuff. Look, who am I? But like, seriously though, I was like, I thought more was going to come from the conversation. Sparks Slam started about people cheering from the back. I mean, they were all, but isn't it interesting how they were telling them you shouldn't be doing all that, but yet, like, there was a lot happening here where people were cheering for folks and all that. I don't know. I didn't see the next episode. I'm not sure if that's going to happen again. Why is Taylor Swift updates popping up on here? Hold on. No, 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 no. Let's mute. Let's mute. I shouldn't be seeing that. No, no, no. Hold on. I need no, no, no. I need the mute option, please. Here we go. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Sorry. There are some people I just don't care to know anything about or what's going on or what's happening there. And if they got fans, I want those fans to have that time and energy. Keeps me from making posts that say I don't like them. So I just say, mute. I don't need to see that. For why? I don't have a good opinion of her. uh, I love the lighting in the back with these neon lights and the glow from this. It's cute. I haven't seen the next episode yet. I know it's out Monday afternoon. My channel, be here. We're going to talk about it and we're going to do this review again. It'll probably be shorter than this. I meant to have this to be 90 minutes, but we were talking today. I miss y'all. I love y'all too. We were just talking. Well, technically, we probably did 90 minutes of this, and then the rest of it was just me getting off topic. But yeah, we'll talk about it Monday. We'll have a good time that day. So please tune in for that one. Patreon folks, Brazil episode 5 will be out tomorrow, and then Germany will be out tomorrow as well. And then Baddies East will probably also be posted as well. I have a lot of videos I'm gonna be covering this week. So yeah, we have a review Monday for Brazil episode 5, Tuesday for Baddies East. I think I'm taking a break. No, not morning, because I have to go to the doctor, and I have a lot of doctor's appointments this upcoming week that I got to go to, so it won't be that. It'll be afternoon, like in the afternoon. I'm trying to do it because I think, what time is it? Hold on. Because what I try to do is, if anybody's in Brazil, I try to make it not too crazy in the evening or not super duper early in the morning. Because I'm talking about a show that's based, right. So it's like I'm not trying to, okay. It's a 10-hour flight to Rio de Janeiro? Ooh. What's the time right now? It's, okay, so you're 2 hours. If you were in Federal District, Brasilia, It's 422. And then Fernando de Noronha is like 522, right? Amazonas is 322, like an hour ahead. Rio Branco is at the same time as me. So I'm thinking like 2 hours, 3 hours away. And so that's why I try to make it like if I go in the afternoon, it's going to be like 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening for y'all, where it's like I'm at home, I'm not at work. I can listen. So that's how I try to base it. Brasilia is standard time. Okay, got you. Brasilia. Yeah, Brasilia. I have to go to Brazil. I was supposed to for a friend's trip, and then we changed it to Puerto Vallarta, and now we're like debating on changing it to like somewhere in the, somewhere else. And it's like we haven't decided yet, but I'm ready to put my little deposit money down for a trip because Matty needs a vacation. But yeah, I gotta go, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate y'all so much for being here today. Hit that like button. Leave some comments about this episode, highs and lows, what you like, what you loved. And then remember, Monday, we'll get to episode 5 and pick right back up. We'll get right back on time again. No, I want to. I see Diggy has gone to Brazil, and I'm jealous of that. And then another friend of mine has been to Brazil many a times. He's like, you're going to love it. I'm like, seriously? He's like, no, you would love it. I'm like, okay, like I want to go, but I also want like to be educated if I go. I don't want to just go out there and be like some random American tourist running around only going to fast food places. Like I want food that's authentic. I want to go to places that actually mean things to people to where I can understand where it's going from. If I go somewhere, I don't like to just travel and be like, I'm in the city. No, I need to know where I'm at. So when I come back from my experience, I get to talk about it and I get to educate people from what I know, from what I was told, from all that. So that's how I feel about any sort of traveling. Like anywhere I go, I'm like, I want to go to spots that are local. Because it's like, what's the fun of going to a different place? And like, okay, McDonald's is a different menu or whatever, but there's so much more, right? And I feel like I've never really had I've had some Brazilian like cuisine, but I haven't had like real, like take me there, honey. Take me there. Just like how I want a pasty. A pasty. Hate saying that. A pasty in the UK, and just like I want fish and chips, like right by the pier. Like everyone's like, you got to go towards the pier. So that's me. But yes, hopefully I'll find some time and some funds to go. Maybe when I'm richer. Oh, I would be here for it. I would love to go to a drag show out there too and tip the dolls down. But yeah. Thanks for tuning in. I love you all to pieces. I will see you for the next one. Let me stop my ramble. I got a lot to do for the rest of my day here today. It's a busy Saturday for your boy. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Bye.
Listen.